What's up, guys? JB's Gaming coming at you from Ghost Recon Wildlands. Except this time I'm going to be doing a review for you. Every time I do a review, I try and center in on three main topics. That's content, graphics, and gameplay. Three really important pieces that eventually just end up making the game. So, with that being said, let's jump in. You are paying $59.99 for this game. You're paying a total of $60. So, what are you getting? What's the content? Is it worth it? And will it grab you? First, we're going to look at the campaign. Will the campaign grab you? No. Will it make you actually feel for these characters? No. Is their voice acting good? No. Do you actually feel a sense of accomplishment and achievement once you've beaten it? Not really. There's only one character in this game who is worth anything, and that's the main villain. They did an incredible job. El Sueño, he just brings power, authority, intimidation, with a really religious twist to it. That campaign, not worth $60. Side missions, one word: repetitive. Every side mission is the same. You're defending a radio, you're breaking into a building to breach and clear, you're trying to interrogate somebody. The side missions are very repetitive with little reward. So side missions, not worth it either. DLCs and multiplayer. They are currently coming out with two big DLCs. That is going to be Narco Road, and I forget the name of the other one, but it's supposed to be like a survival where you have mercenaries after you, and you're in the jungle. It looks awesome. The DLCs are going to be incredible. I've already seen Narco Road, and Narco Road actually looks like it's giving you a more in-depth campaign than the campaign itself. So the DLC is probably going to be what you're going to want if you're looking for a good campaign. But in this case, we're just going off of what the $60 gets you. And then, of course, they're adding a multiplayer in Ghost Recon. It's not out yet, but it will be free. And if you're looking for something to keep you in the game, this is what's going to be it. The multiplayer is what drives things, it's what keeps them going, and it's what keeps you coming back for more. And so I can't wait for this multiplayer to come out. It's probably going to be really tactical, competitive gameplay, and I am super excited. But then again, it's not out yet, so I can't really review that. Anyway, moving on. So what else do you get for that $60? You get an incredible map. I mean, you get a huge map that is so detailed, with tons of AI and interactive players, and I mean, you get everything on the map, from you get your salt flats to your jungle and mountains, to your swamp and marshland, to your evergreen forest, to the snow-capped mountains and the desert, and even islands and beaches. They have every single terrain, or just area or environment you can think of, and it makes for a lot of great scenarios, a lot of great combat. So it's just awesome being able to immerse yourself in these different environments. And then what else do you get? You get these guns and customization options. This was a huge selling point for me. I am a man who loves this customization. As you can see, my dude looks like a beast. I had so much fun not only creating him, but creating all of these other outfits that I have saved. You see everything from, you get to have snipers, you get to have what I look like a real ranger, you get to have like SWAT and sniper, like, I mean, it's everything. You can customize everything from ghillie suits to helmets to goggles to vests to shirts. I mean, everything down. What I would have liked, though, is to be able to customize my team and my AI. Like, I'm looking boss, but this guy is just looking like he's wearing a t-shirt and some jeans. Like, I wish I could do that. Ubisoft, did you watch this? Let's see if you can add that feature in. Maybe do like a patch and add that in there somewhere. But anyway, to move on, we're going to go ahead and move on to the graphics. Now, what you see is me playing on a PlayStation 4. This isn't a PS4 Pro. This is just the regular PS4. So for graphics, I'm going to go ahead and just say I love the graphics. They're not anything super special. They're not terrible either. I think that they look great for, especially for the size of the map that you're playing on. I think the graphics look awesome. I mean, I just can't complain with the graphics at all. Especially for your character. I mean, just look at the character. Look at the in-depth. Look, you can see every Velcro, every magazine, every rivet on the magazine, every zipper, Velcro, hinge, everything. You can just see it. And I think they did a great job. And even when you're rolling around in the dirt, it actually appears on your clothes. If I roll over like this or, get downed in dirt, it'll actually show up in your clothing. They really tried to make this as immersive as they could. And I love it. The graphics, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for graphics. And especially if you play on the PC, you can actually increase the graphics higher. And you can increase the frame rate even higher as well. Anything, they pretty much said if your PC can run it, it can do it. And I mean, if you're, like, they've been working on this for years, that's something I expect to have been added and to happen. And I'm so glad that they did. Now, moving on from graphics, we're going to move on to gameplay. The FPS, or the frames per second, on the PlayStation 4 stay at around 30, sometimes bump up to 45 and 60 during cinematic cutscenes, but they mostly stay at a 30. And for this game, I don't think it really impairs the gameplay at all. When multiplayer comes out, it might go ahead and impair that gameplay. But as for now, just running around doing campaign missions and doing these different fights, it's not really life or death situations in these. It's a little more stagnant than that. But for Call of Duty, you need every frame. This, not so much. We'll see when the multiplayer comes out. You may need a few extra frames here and there. But again, if you're a PC gamer, it will run it. To move on from that, we're going to look at the character movement and cover system. So character movement, you can see he moves around fairly well, even when you lie down and you roll over. Character movement looks great, feels great. You can always do the sprint and even disarm your weapons to get even more. You can change the camera angles, the zooms. I really love the character movement on this game. Now the cover system, this right here, going from in and out of cover, is very seamless. You don't have to push any buttons. You just simply walk up to the wall, push the R1 for the PS4, and it'll swap shoulders for you. This has been, it's been such a useful tool to use, especially when in combat. But sometimes I have noticed where you'll go up to a wall and it won't actually put you up against it. Is this a huge deal? Not really, since you can always just peek around the corner, or you can lay down or do whatever you need to. It's not a big make or break. Honestly, it works 99% of the time. I've just had a few run-ins here and there where I won't stick to a wall. Not a big deal. Now going into the gun mechanics and statistics. What I mean by this is, you see all of these stats for these different weapons, from damage, accuracy, handling, to range, rate of fire, noise, and penetration. Are these big things? No, they are not. Now let me tell you why. When you're not detected, when you're using a suppressor and going in silent, every gun is a one-hit kill. No matter the damage, no matter anything, it's a one-hit kill. So that instantly levels the playing field. Now, when you're alerted and you're in a firefight, then the statistics come into play. Enemies who have higher armor, you're going to need that penetration up. You'll see men who have bulletproof vests, who carry LMGs. They're like the juggernauts. You need both penetration and damage for those. Where this gun, it might take 5 or 6 shots. Where if I have a different gun, say like the MK17 right here, where the damage is higher, the penetration is higher, this may only be 1 or 2 shots, maybe even 3, to take down that same enemy. So bottom line, if you're doing stealth, not going to make a difference. If you're doing loud and proud, yes, you're going to need a gun that stats work with you. Now that's not a make it or break it either. I enjoy it. It gives a little balance and a sense of accomplishment and a sense of more immersion. Um, and you know, the suppressors, they take off a little bit of damage, which really doesn't make sense, but eventually you get a skill where it takes that off. Not really anything severe. I love it. I love how you can equip any weapon for any situation, and it's going to be there and it's going to work for you. I always use an assault rifle to keep a grenade launcher on me. That's my personal preference to take down helicopters, and then always a sniper rifle for those long distance shots. Alright, now all being said, going through content, graphics, and gameplay, I'm going to rate this game a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. Why? It's Ghost Recon. I've been a fan of this game for so long, in the series for so long. I couldn't imagine ever being in video games without it. But the campaign is not where I'm selling you. The story is not where I'm selling you. The side missions are not where I'm selling you. It's simply this world, this immersion, the graphics, the actual gameplay itself in the combat is what you're paying for. You're paying for an immersive third-person, first-person shooter that just blows every other third-person shooter out of the water. They made an incredible game, and I'm so glad that I was able to pick this up and to play it for you guys. And you'll see me sending out more videos and me playing it because I just love it, and I'll continue to play this game until I have 100% collected everything, done everything, and I'll continue to play even after that. 8.5 out of 10 is my final score. If you liked this video or thought this video helped you at all, leave a like, a comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you, love to hear your thoughts on the game, maybe even see if there's something that you enjoyed about it that I didn't get, or maybe if there's something you know that I haven't discovered yet. Let me know. As always, love you guys and have a blessed day.